Good evening, Tampa Bay, and all the 60 countries we all convey to. This is the Rockit Man Show, and we're rocking on with some news and things that you can use. You know, we weren't supposed to have a band tonight, but the bass player from the band just couldn't make it, so we're going to try and have them back on the next time. Hot Mess is what the band was. But we're going to have a very special guest on February 10th. His name is Jimmy Stein. No, I'm sorry, Jimmy Sign. With Zachariah Robinson. We're going to be, and myself, I'll be playing drums, and Zach and Jimmy Sign will be playing the guitar here in the studio. I'm not sure which studio we'll be in. Which one do you think it'll be in there, Chris?
I try not to predict the future because I'm generally wrong.
Oh, say it isn't so.
Well, I've just learned that anytime that you make plans for something, 9 times out of 10, those plans go out the window the last second.
Well, that's about what happened with me in this band. You know,
I mean, well, stuff just happens sometimes, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
No, there's not really much you can do about it. But I do love the fact that I can come here and say my piece about things. You know. Even if I have a rant about something, you know, whether it be about the cops or
wait, you have a rant
or talking about the NSA.
Oh, dun dun dun.
Yeah.
I just want to apologize in advance. My voice is not exactly all there.
We're all with you there. All right, now. The NSA, they are, be very aware that they are spying on each and every American in this country, and even other people in other countries. So, did you know that if you're on the computer and you're typing something up, or you're voicing your message on, you can peel that, and you're on Google, especially Google. They're very Google. NSA friendly. You can peel that picture, that page over, and you'll see your words being picked up, just or whether you like it or not.
Yep.
So
that much I did know.
Well, maybe you can show the audience what they're seeing, what I'm talking about.
Without, there's really no way I can do that.
Oh, okay.
On here, I'm not set. I mean, I can, but I'm not set up for it.
Well, isn't that the same thing that happens? Does that happen also on the phones? You know, like smartphones and stuff.
You know what? I don't know enough. I know that there is surveillance. across the country, be it with our phones, with them listening into conversations, listening to what we do on Skype, and what we post on Facebook. Oh God, Facebook is a huge one. Mm-hmm. But as far as how it's actually being done, I don't know enough about it to speak with any kind of authority. So I choose to, you've heard the phrase, you can either one can open one's, or you can be thought of a fool and remain silent, or open one's mouth and remove all doubt. So.
Yeah, well, there's also another saying that says, a fool chatters while the wise man listens.
Right. So I'm choosing to be wise and just listen and not chatter.
Anyway, this is now I'm going to be writing something that depicts Edward Snowden, the one that
the one and only,
the one who used to work for the NSA. The one who was the senior advisor for the NSA, the one who knows everything about the NSA.
Right.
Now he's a whistleblower about the NSA.
Interesting.
And what is happening is...
can you blow my whistle, baby? Whistle, baby?
He went to another country so he won't be persecuted or he won't be shot. Yeah. He was already... somebody tried to take a shot at him. They already shot at him once.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and they're chasing him around the world, but the Russia won't let the CIA or the NSA in to say anything about him. That's where Snowden is residing now, is in Russia.
Yeah.
There's also another man, I can't think of his name, but he's in Argentina. He's also a whistleblower for the NSA.
Right.
And I'm going to be writing about these people that blew the whistle on them and the things that they're doing. Ever since the Homeland Security thing came in, which was probably very orchestrated.
What? That's crazy talk.
Well, so was anybody bombing the Twin Towers. That wasn't even a bomb. Well, actually, there was bombs on each and every floor, set 2 weeks before the buildings went down.
Mm.
But this was only an opinion, and especially one to several firemen that I've talked to that were on each that heard explosions on each and every floor. That was a planned demolition. Any building that would be going down would go down like a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but a planned demolition, it crumbles straight down. So you don't get suits by the other buildings around you.
Right.
That was a planned demolition. So I don't care what anybody else says. That probably was an inside job. Not to think that I'm talking about all of this all over again. I don't really want to get into that old subject because one of these days the perpetrators will be found, bound, and caught. They probably won't.
And then tarred and feathered.
No, they won't. Probably won't make it to trial. People, irate people.
No, I'm just saying I would like to tar and feather.
Would probably have them.
They'll probably end up getting a medal.
Dismissed from life?
Yeah. No, they'll probably end up getting some kind of a medal.
Yeah,
some kind of Patriot Act medal.
Something in the form of lead in their hearts or something.
Nice.
Anyway, this is the Rocket Man Show. We want to thank you all for joining us, and this is just a ho-hum show for me today because I don't have the band tonight. I love to have bands here to play and do this all. I should have a contingency plan for another band to come in. Actually, I should have two bands come in case one canceled. The other one will still we'll go the full hour.
Right.
Or we'll just go out and trade off. This band plays and this band plays. This band talks and this band talks. We'd be the talk of the town.
At Talkwad Studios.
Oh, yeah. Well, not to add a pun to it.
No, not a pun, just a plug.
Yes, a plug. Speaking of which, Mountain Dew, our favorite beverage here, and for pot smokers all over the country, is one of the best things that we can have. Now, for that plug, you can send your checks to the Rocket Man Show and Talkwad Studios. How about that?
Now that's the new Mountain Dew Clear, right? That you had in your hand.
Oh yes, it's very clear that it's
so
not
clear.
here.
It's so clear that the bottle's transparent.
Yes,
Even the label is
transparent, just like my broadcast here.
Yeah, nice. Well, when you're talking about speaking of marijuana smokers, you heard about the bill for medicinal marijuana is being sent. It was approved by the Florida Supreme Court to be put on the ballot for the next term elections.
Well, when's the next term elections?
I believe it's sometime this year.
Really?
I believe. Don't hold me to that. I am so out of touch with what's going on in current events right now, so I cannot speak with any kind of authority.
I can't wait till the presidential election because Obama can't get reelected. Hey! Yay! You know this thing about Obamacare? You have to pay.
You mean the healthcare
for the health
reform plan?
for healthcare, which is twice as much as any healthcare plans out there. Twice to 4 times as much as other healthcare plans, and it's almost like mandatory that you have to have it. Now, does that also say that I can't get my own plan and not have to be on the plan? What do you know about this?
I don't know a whole lot. I do know that the thing that's required is that employers have to offer it. That's what they're required to do. They have to offer it to their employees. Their employees do not necessarily have to take it. I have heard that they are pushing for everyone to where it's like, okay, you know how it's illegal to drive a vehicle without insurance? You can't even register your vehicle without at least liability and PIP, personal injury protection.
Uh-huh.
They're looking at doing the same thing with healthcare. It's illegal for you to, I guess, live without having some kind of healthcare coverage.
Mm.
Now,
you know that part of Obamacare is also, if you read it up on it, it also mentions euthanizing.
Yeah.
Those who are who can't take care of themselves, that they should be euthanized. That means they have legalized murder.
Yeah, and I mean, well, it depends. If the person consents to it, then that's a different story. It's not really murder.
Yeah, but
it's the equivalency of it's a little bit beyond what being a do not resuscitate, a DNR. So if you are, like, let's say you're a cancer patient and the cancer you have is inoperable, and so you're terminally ill, and you choose that whenever the time comes to be a DNR, a do not resuscitate.
Right.
Whenever your heart stops, they cannot perform CPR. They cannot shock you. They cannot perform rescue breathing. They cannot do any kind of action to try and bring you back to life, to revive you.
The thing is, in nursing homes, if they're taking care of you or something like that, you really can't do much for yourself. I'm not sure to what extent it goes for that. To where they're authorized to kill you.
The only thing I could think of that would even remotely be considered acceptable is if the person who is receiving the euthanasia is consenting. They actually sign a consent form, or they have something that says, I give authorization for so-and-so to pull the plug on me. Or if they're not able to say so themselves, that the next of kin is able to do so. I do know that they do have that option where if someone is like is a vegetable,
but from what I've heard, there is no option. If you're in a nursing home and you can't do for yourself, they'll pull the plug on.
Yeah, I don't see that flying. I don't see that flying or making it becoming legal at all. Oh, I'm not saying that it's not going to happen. I just don't think it'll become actually legal.
These are questions we should have asked Steve earlier. Yeah.
Well, I like
he's a real fighting back kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely a guy that knows every little nook and cranny when it comes to the law.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's my buddy there, Steve. Anyway, back on a different subject. Let's see. What was I thinking?
Poodles.
Oh, we got too many puddles out there.
No, I didn't say puddles. I said poodles, as in the dog.
Yeah,
The
well,
little white puffy dog that nobody likes. And if anybody does like it, I'm sorry if I offended you, but I'm not really sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
It's kind of like, I'm not a big fan of Chihuahuas. Really, any kind of small dog, because they make too much dadgum noise.
I'll tell you what, those little Chihuahuas can be very tenacious. I trained one to be an attack dog. It was the cutest little thing when he was trying to attack somebody.
Oh yeah, it's like, okay, who was it? Jeff Dunham. He was talking about how he's got a golden retriever and he also has a little Chihuahua. And that golden retriever Chihuahuas are the best of friends. He's like, and I don't understand how you can be best friends with someone the same size as your poop, but there you go. But anything that can be drop kicked over a fence is not a dog. It's a rat that can bark.
Well, the Chihuahua is not the smallest dog. The teacup poodle is the smallest dog.
Yeah, that's another one I don't like.
That's more. I've seen rats bigger than those things.
Yeah, like I said, I'm more of a fan of actual dogs, like golden retrievers, black labs, Rottweilers.
Yeah, that's what I have as a black lab. I've always had
boxers. I love boxers.
Yeah.
They have such great facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, I had a dog. I had a German Shepherd, no, an Australian Shepherd Border Collie mix.
Mm.
She was awesome.
Yeah, I've had my last 3 dogs have been black labs. They're very intelligent.
Oh yes.
I taught mine to dive underwater.
Oh yeah.
Open the door.
Nice.
I can
bring you a beer.
I didn't teach him that, but he could have.
Yeah.
He was very very intelligent.
Probably didn't trust him because he was intelligent enough to drink it himself before it got to you.
No, he was very respectful too.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, you sound like me. You sound like you're sniffling just like I am. Yeah.
Well, I don't
tasty.
have a cold or anything. Yeah.
It's just this crazy weather. I thought we lived in Florida.
Well, it was 75 today.
Today was pretty warm, but it's like the past several days has been, it's been off and on. There are some days that it's like ginormously cold. It's like getting down to the 40s, some nights even the 30s.
Well, let's see. Weather report. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 57 no, wait a minute. No, 75 tomorrow with a low of 52. Wednesday it's going to be 57. Ooh, chillin'. With a low of 44.
Nice.
Thursday it's supposed to be 63 with a low of 52. Friday 73. It seems to be bouncing up and down here, but it's going to be in from Friday through the Sunday. It'll be in the mid to upper 70s. That's cool. I'm up for that.
Actually, that's warm.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
That's warm.
Because you said that's cool, and it's 70s. That's not really cool. That's kind of warm. Unless you're used to living in like a desert, then that is kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of exciting things coming up this year. I can't really comment too much about the island thing because.
Well, hang on. Before you bring people up to date, I just want to go ahead and throw the number up on the screen. It's come to my attention that some calls have been trying to come in, and they weren't going through correctly. Just try and call back. The number is area code 813-639-8255, and you will be live on the air with the man, the myth, the legend, Rockit Man. In fact, here we go. There's one call right there.
All right. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, what's up, Rockit Man? How you doing?
All right. Better than average.
Yeah, so I was just tuning into your show, and I heard you earlier speaking about Obamacare, and I heard, you guys weren't really sure about a few things, so I figured I'd give the information.
Okay, that's
it's always good to hear from the people when we're ignorant to what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
So basically, basically what actually happens is Barack Obama did say in a press conference early that you were going to be allowed to keep your original health care and not choose to have Obamacare. Well, as he later comes out I believe it was a few months later when Obamacare was finally finalized, that was untrue, and he completely messed up, and that was the biggest flaw in all of it, minus obviously the website glitches. So he did basically, in a sense, lie to everybody, and that's why I believe everyone is so fumed about Obamacare.
Well, I've noticed there was someone taking a survey. I don't remember where I saw this, but someone was taking a survey and asking people what they think of the Healthcare Reform Act, and they're like, "Oh, I love it," and then they turn around and ask them, "Well, what do you think of Obamacare?" "Oh, I hate it," and then they're like, "Well, you realize it's the exact same thing."
Well,
Go
ahead.
Here's my thing. For the ones that, and I mean, I don't know. So, Rockit Man, are you against Obamacare?
I really can't favor any opinions on it yet because I really need to read it. So I can't really say anything. This is only what people tell me about it, so I can't really say much about it.
The views expressed on the Rocky Man Show does not necessarily reflect those of Talk About Studios.
But no, I'd like to pose the question to everybody. There's and I've looked this up, a majority of people who complain about Obamacare are obviously adults, and what really freaks me out is adults with children. Now, I want to figure out why they have such a problem with Obamacare when it keeps their children on their health insurance plan until they're 20, I believe it's 25 years old. I want to know what the problem is with that.
I can tell you the problem right now, and it's just the fact that they're calling it Obamacare, and they don't like Obama. It has nothing to do with what the health care plan or what the act is actually portraying and what it's actually supposed to represent. They just don't like Obama, so therefore they have a preconceived notion of what the plan is because it has his name on it.
I want to know why people are so down on Barack Obama. Someone explain that to me. Sure, he hasn't been the greatest, but explain to me what major flaws that he's had. No one can.
Well, for one, he wasn't born in this country.
What's the problem?
According to our laws, that to become president, you have to have been born in this country. He was clearly born in Egypt.
I don't believe that's correct. Is that correct? I thought his parents were both in Egypt, and he was actually born in America.
Wait a minute. I thought last I heard, because I remember this
I believe
subject.
It was Kenya, actually.
And I was gonna say, I think it was Kenya, but his parents were from Kenya, but that he was actually born on U.S. soil.
Correct.
That was what I remember them saying. Now, I'm neither here nor there on that, but I do know that maybe some people, there are things that go happen behind the scenes. Maybe something was covered up. I don't know.
I think that he was.
That's what was released to the press.
He was getting ready for this 10 years before his first election by the Rockefellers.
Okay.
That's what my opinion is on that.
Yeah, and for all the people that, want to sit here and tell me that Barack Obama has done a terrible job, I would like someone to also tell me what Mitt Romney would have done differently and how it could have done anything better.
I don't think Mitt Romney would have been a very good choice. He's probably the last person I'd ever want in that seat.
Well, it's gotten to the point where when it comes to elections is choosing the lesser of two evils. And I think what I think would be really awesome is that we should be, once there's a political debate for an office, be it President of the United States or a city councilman, doesn't matter. Once the debate has been televised and everyone's watched it, you have until the end of that debate, till midnight, to cast your vote. Because how many times have you watched a debate and you're so excited by what a certain candidate said, you want to go vote right then? It doesn't give either side chance to throw campaign ads and sling mud and skew the political message. It's done. You have to vote right then and there, and I think we would cut a lot of the bull out if we were allowed to, if we were required to vote immediately after a political debate.
Yeah, I like it.
That sounds good, man.
I definitely like
I'm
it.
Christopher
And,
Wiles,
my
and I
last
approve this
comment
message.
Is Jack Cooper for 2016 president. That's all I got to say.
Mr. Cooper, I will vote for you if you'll be my running mate whenever I run for president.
Obviously, come
Okay.
on now.
I'm just making sure, man.
It's
the Wiles Cooper campaign.
I myself could have entered the political ring, being that a lot of my relatives are or were politicians, such as one that just died a couple of years ago, Robert C. Byrd. That was one. That was my cousin, and another cousin for the there's a bunch of them now that were that I'm related to, like the governor of West Virginia. My parents are from West Virginia, so that's where part of my roots come from.
Nice.
But I wasn't born in West Virginia, so.
Oh, so you weren't born in West Virginia, so therefore you can't.
No, I was born in Egypt, just like Obama.
Well, no, still
Not.
No, that was still Kenya, not Egypt.
Kenya.
Oh, okay.
Funny though, but Kenya.
Well, some people
Hey,
said it was Hawaii.
Hey, well, that's okay. We'll ask President Bush what the capital of Kabul is.
Yeah,
Terrible
he'd
president.
probably fail miserably with that question.
I'm kind of embarrassed to say that I'm originally born and raised from Texas just because of him. It's like everyone wants to paint me with the same brush because I'm from Texas, and so automatically think, oh, you're a George Bush supporter. No, not necessarily. Just he just happened to be from the same state that I was.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a political forum today.
Apparently.
Apparently, yes. Do you have any other views there, sir?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I guess I could go on about Chris and George Bush, but it's obvious that Chris does not support George Bush. So I am extremely pleased about that.
You know what?
Guys,
Honestly, I don't really support. I mean, I will say I'm a registered Republican, but there are a lot of things that the Republican Party believes in that I don't. There's a lot of things in the Democratic Party believes in that I don't. So I'm becoming more and more moderate. I'm becoming more sitter in the road instead of right wing or left wing.
I think
more
I'd
like a
support.
Libertarian Party.
Yeah, well, we'll just say I'm the Wiles Party because I'm my own party.
Right, absolutely. All right, guys. You guys have a great night. All right.
Thanks
All
a lot
right,
for calling in.
Thanks for calling in, sir.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
And if anyone out there wants to add to this, to his comment, what's your opinion on Obamacare and why do you like it or why do you not? Again, call in at area code 813-639-8255.
And I've just noticed somebody else coming into the studio, not into this particular one. Russ Prager of Black Sun.
Nice.
They were trying to do the World Guinness Book of Records thing, and it got interrupted to a loss of power.
Ooh, hate it when that happens.
And they made the record and everything, but it's not being recognized by the World Guinness Book of Records.
It's a technicality due to technical issues.
I just when the power went out, I filmed the whole thing, but that doesn't seem to matter to Guinness Book of Records. I'm still waiting to see if Nolan can stand up to the challenge. Oh, the Broadcasters World Guinness Book of Records.
Guinness?
Records.
Is it the World Guinness?
World Guinness Book of Records.
Guinness, that's nice. We're making stuff up now.
Well, how are you supposed to pronounce it?
World Guinness.
Well, Guinness Book of Records.
You're adding a syllable, which is cool. I'm fine with that. Let's add a few more.
All right. How about this symbol? How about this symbol for our viewing audience here?
Nice. Oh,
that one peeked out.
Oh, I couldn't blot it out. It was too quick.
That wasn't intended for anybody. That was actually a joke. So, if anybody would like to call in and talk to the Rocket Man, and if you have a band, actually, and you'd like to express your views about things, and or just play live on the air, please feel free to call in. What's that number again?
That number is going to be on your screen, and it's area code 813-639-8255. And I just, I know for a fact there's a particular young lady who's watching, and she just informed me that she's not very happy about my small dogs comment.
Your small dogs comment?
Yeah, she in fact she sent me a picture of her angry face.
Oh,
because she has small dogs.
That must be your girlfriend.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Oh,
that's okay.
Hey, call in and tell us all about it. We want to hear some controversy.
We don't want to have the first on-air breakup, do we?
Oh, no. Then we'd have to go into singing that song by Neil Sedaka.
Oh, no. Let's not do that.
Well, I don't think I'll be doing that either.
So, going back to the to medicinal marijuana, what are your thoughts on that?
I think if there's a drug out there that is going to help someone, I'm not talking about getting people high and everything.
Right.
I'm talking about a drug that actually can benefit. There are so many different benefits from it that if it can benefit someone, why not?
Right.
You get all these pill-pushing companies that make sure that you should do all their pills. What's the difference?
Right.
If you ingest a little marijuana.
Excuse me. Well, one thing I've noticed, and this is one thing that kind of really burns my behind. First off, I do want to say I have in the 32 years that I've been alive, I have never once used an illegal substance. I didn't have my first drink until I was 27. Yeah, I know.
Really?
I'm boring. I'm an LC square, whatever you want to call it. But when I was going through college, and this issue was still was a big deal even back then. I remember a lot of, like, in my my speech class and my political science class and several other classes, a lot of students would get up and would write a speech or write a position on this topic.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that annoyed the hell out of me is that most of them that actually took on that topic and wrote in favor of medicinal marijuana were the ones who have no freaking clue. They were just wanting medicinal marijuana or marijuana to be legal just so they can get high. They're sitting there going, so, like, marijuana is, like, good for you because it can, like, cure cancer, and it, like, is it's good. And I'm like, you have no leg to stand on. I have a friend of mine who's a former Marine, who's had post-traumatic stress disorder, who could benefit from medicinal marijuana. He's got back injuries, he's got knee injuries, and he's got other issues. Who could benefit from it?
Right.
And who would have a legitimate reason of why this bill passing would benefit him. I'm not saying it should pass because you can't go. It's illegal to purchase Demerol unless you have a prescription. So why should it be okay for me to purchase marijuana without a prescription? I don't think it should be legal over the counter. I think it should be legal as a prescription.
Well, it's illegal over the counter in Colorado and California and in Washington State,
right,
for recreational use. Now, when it comes to marijuana, there's or the plant itself, there are more uses than drug uses.
Right.
That besides getting high off of it, the hemp itself makes rope. It makes any building material you can think of.
Right.
It's very resilient.
They've used it to make
It'll outlast a lot of our regular building materials we have.
They've used it to make paper,
drywall, flooring, anything you want.
Just hope that if you build a house that's made of hemp, it doesn't burn to the ground, and then all of a sudden you're looking for Cheetos.
These dumbasses that make our laws for us don't realize that the revenue from the sale of this marijuana plant can generate billions, if not trillions, of tax dollars.
Well, another thing.
We could do away with the national debt because of that.
What are you talking about? We're going to find other reasons to go into debt.
No.
I guarantee you.
No, I'm sure, but this would do if it was all legal across the country, especially for medical marijuana. Which one of my favorite attorneys is supporting, John Morgan.
Right. Morgan for the people.
He's put in $2 million towards supporting this. So there's got to be something to that. I mean, the man knows exactly what he's talking about. He's a very good legal representation of the marijuana thing for medicinal marijuana. It should be legal for that. I don't understand why something that as beneficial as this is not becoming legal. Now, we should have one of our commentaries, commentary guys here, who goes by the name of Captain Cannabis.
Which you can check out his show on Sundays at talkwildstudios.com.
I would love to have Captain Cannabis on my show here so we can talk about this. We'd be here all day then.
We'd have to have several shows. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3.
Well,
you could use that for your Guinness Book of World Records. Talk about cannabis all day.
Maybe
all
we can impress upon him to actually come on to the show if he's not doing anything on a Monday night.
Yeah, maybe.
You have his number, right?
Not like right in front of me.
Well, you can get it.
I can get his number.
Okay. Well, I'd like to talk to him after the show.
I'm sure that our executive director upstairs could probably hook you up with that.
You mean Gary, the Russian guy.
Hey, he's an awesome Russian guy.
Yeah, I'm an awesome Russian guy too. I like Rush just like everybody else.
Hey, Gary's my hero. One day when I'm all grown up, I want to be just like Gary.
We won't talk about growing up. Oh, there he is now. Hey, how you doing,
Hey,
Gary?
What's going on? You should come in and jump on a microphone.
Yeah, Gary wants to jump on in.
Oh, crap. He is coming in here.
The water's fine. Jump in.
He's probably jumping in to replace me, so I'm going to jump next door to Studio B.
And to go into Company A. Uh-oh. I'm all by my lonesome now. I can say all lewd and lascivious comments here. Lewd and lascivious comments. No. Anyway, this is the Rocket Man Show. We're a little bit off on things today. We want to thank you all for joining us, but we're not done yet. I want to impress upon anybody who is a performer of music, especially rock and roll, to come on down to 5008 Linebaugh Avenue and be on the Rocket Man Show, the only rock and roll show in for Talkwad Studios. We're going to have live bands come on here and play here, and we want to give you a chance to let your fans know that you're really out there, so to speak. Give us a call, 727-597-4022, or any other numbers that we have here. Let me see if I can find one here. Yeah, this is the Rocket Man Show. We want to thank you, and I'm trying to get the numbers here for okay. Yeah, everybody's hanging up on my show right about now because I'm looking up, trying to look up the number for here. What is the number here, Gary?
What is the number? That is the question on everybody's minds.
That didn't help.
Code 813-639-8255.
I hope everybody caught what he just yelled.
Well, you know what would be helpful is if we would post the number right on that glass like we used to.
It is on the screen.
The number is 813-639-8255.
813-639. No, what? Whatever number you just heard, people. We want you, any single performers or bands, to come out and check out our studios and be impressed with what we have here, and be able to broadcast to all of your friends and fans, and become even more popular, because we're broadcast to 60 countries all over the world. Yes, here on the Rocket Man Show. How much time do we have left there, Gary?
We have approximately, I would say, 6 minutes.
6 minutes. Well,
Yes.
I think we'll probably get on the... Hey, Russ, how you doing? All right. Look for track 9, one of my favorite songs on here. One by a band called Shinebox Live. This is the band that my girlfriend was listening to hours before she perished. And I got to tell you, if that's not if that's not something that if that's not a real fan, what can I say? Anyway, she was listening to Shinebox Live, and that is one of my favorite bands here. But we've had a lot of favorites up here. Another one is the Mark Anthony Band. We would love to impress upon them to come back and be on our show. Another one is Sunshine and Bullets. They were pretty excellent too. There's a lot of different bands here. I just can't go into every one of them. Have you found that recording yet?
I believe that I have.
Track 9.
Yeah, let me check that real quick.
Are you there? Are you there?
Yes.
All right, we're listening. We're going to play this, and then I'll be signing off afterwards. But this is Shinebox Live doing a Rolling Stones tune called "Faded Black." Ah.
I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. anymore. I want them to turn black. I wanna see it painted. I wanna see it painted. I wanna see it painted. I wanna see it painted, 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 painted black.
All right, this is the Rocket Man Show. Yeah, we know the way to go. All right, we want to thank you all for joining us. If you are in a band or you know somebody that's in a band that would love to be get on the radio and strut their stuff, you know, this is the medium in which to get yourself well known. We have some well-known people coming up here real soon, so we hope that you'll be impressed by them. One of them, his name is Jimmy Sign. He actually travels with a band called Queensryche, and he's going to be here, and we're going to play some music. And the Rocket Man himself will be behind the drums, playing the drums. But it'll be Zachariah Robinson and Mr. Jimmy Sign himself. So this will be on the 20th of what did I say? The 10th or the 20th?
What for who?
For Jimmy Sign to be here.
You said something about someone being here on the 10th. Was that?
Oh well, that was probably right. Yeah, let's see here. I gotta look it up. Oh, damn.
Well, you can make it like a surprise guest. They can be on any show.
Well, I
You
can't
gotta
make it
watch
a
them all.
surprise for you guys because you got to know.
Yeah, well, for us, yeah, but for the viewing audience, could be a surprise for them.
Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I'm on the wrong month here. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be on the 10th of February. Jimmy Sign and Zachariah Robinson with the Rocket Man on the drums. We're going to have some excellent lead guitarists in the studio. So if you really want to check us out, just feel free to do so, because you won't see too many performances like this. Live on the air on the 10th of February, the Rocket Man Show will deliver for you. So be here next week from 9 till 10 on the Rocket Man Show. We want to thank you all for joining us. You all have a good night. See ya.
Good night, everybody.
You've been watching The Rocket Man Show on Talk One Network in Tampa, Florida.